This is one of my absolute favorite games to play with my puppies the first night home. And we're going to do a couple things that's wonderful about this game. Number one is we're going to start to work right from the beginning on teaching our puppies a little recall. I'm going to talk a little bit about specifics in a moment with that. But the other thing this is going to do is tire your puppy out. So hopefully you're going to have more success in that first night sleeping in their crate. Now, in order to do this game, the purpose of it, why we call it hallway recalls, is when we're in a hallway and we have all the doors shut, we have all the distractions gone, there is a very limited chance that our puppies are going to make mistakes. It's very easy for them to rewrite. So that's why when you do this, find a long, skinny hallway or makeshift something where the puppy can't dart off and do their own thing. That's going to allow your puppy to be successful each and every time. Now, I have some of Peasy's dinner, just that I'm going to use for training, and this can be done on your own, but it's really fun to do with multiple team members or family members. So Dan's going to come out and join me, and we are going to split up some of her meal here. So grab that. So when she gets to you, you're going to give her just like a couple. Okay. And I'm going to grab equal amount. I think I actually might put Puppy down because I know she's hungry. Okay, so I'm going to hold a bunch of treats in my pocket. Now, what we're going to do to begin, and put this off to the side, woo, you are speedy, is I'm going to just bring her a little close to Dan here for a second and just show her the treats. There we go. Now, I'm going to set her down. As soon as she sets down, you're going to say pop, 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 and reward her for coming close. Pop, 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 pop. Yes. And when the puppy gets close, you're going to get some reward. Then Dan's going to spin her around. I'm going to come in nice and close, show her that I have treats. Now, she was just rewarded by Dan, so chances are she's going to think about him. Ooh, ready? Pop, 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 pop. Yes. Now, when the puppy gets close, you'll notice how I'm drawing her nice and close. Now, ideally, it would be great if you could get down on the floor. And I know this might seem like a bad thing to do at this stage, but I actually like the puppies to jump up and get really close to me for the treat because I'm trying to get her comfortable with being in close quarters, with coming right into me. What I would not want to do is yes and feed with my hands stretched out like this and teach my puppy to come and stop right in front. When she gets close, I'm going to draw her in, woo, and I'm going to give her a couple little treats to reward her for being close. We're not so worried about repeating the pop, pop, pop command because it's something that they would have had repeated right from, oh, you clever girl, right from the get-go. Pop, 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 pop. Yay, good girl. So it's okay to repeat that. The sound, it's not so much that you're saying pop, pop, pop. It's more that it's a light, cheery sound. It's a really easy way to kind of capture your puppy's attention. But in the early stages, I would try to avoid saying peasy, 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 and just make her think you're going to say it a bunch of times. Stick to one time, and if you want to add more cheer after that, you could say, yay, good girl, pop, 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 pop. You can add that back in, but try to refrain from repeating yourself. Okay, ready? Set, peasy, pop, 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 yay! Now, another thing that's really helpful is while I'm feeding with the treats in this hand, my other hand can be touching her all over. I can maybe be putting my hand on her collar. I can be touching her ears, rubbing my hand down her body. I want her to get really used to me being in her space, me touching her, getting very comfortable with that. She's already in a really happy mood. She thinks this is lots of fun. So it's a great way to get her comfortable with me touching her. And why this is important is that I'm going to have to pick her up. I'm going to have to put her leash on. I'm going to have to put her in and out of a crate. I'm going to have to touch her all over. And when she feels hands coming in, I don't want her to react or be worried or intimidated. So I can start to initiate a lot of this comfort by applying it to little games that we play. Good, you don't care at all. Good, and the point is to work it so that they never care, so that we don't have to go back and fix things later. Now, what happens if you're practicing this and your puppy is not responding? Maybe you're calling their name or you're saying pup, 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 and your puppy is just too enthralled with whatever distraction the person has. There's a couple things that you could do. Number one, shorten the distance. We were able to back up to the end of the hallway because she was successful, but perhaps you might stay only a few feet away from each other in the early stages. The other thing you might need to do is, rather than having a whole bunch of treats in your hand and expect your puppy to run away from you to the other person, I might feed her and then get rid of the food in my hand. So I'll give her a couple of the treats, and if I have leftover treats, I could keep them in a container off to the side, and that way when I'm holding her, I don't have any extra things that will encourage her to stay with me. The other thing too is think about, oh, that's a good girl. Think about the value of rewards. So she seems to be very happy just to work for her kibble, for her dinner. But perhaps when you do this, you're going to practice with, a little bit of cheese or some hot dogs or maybe a nice little puppy treat in order to get them to be more focused, maybe something that's a bit more high value.